Thank you for viewing this video brought to you by Prosecutors Center for Excellence and Equitas. On May 12, 2022, we hosted a recruitment and retention pop-up. The following presentation from that event features Noelle Dorman, the Assistant Director of Projects and Employer Development at the California Western School of Law. Noelle will share insights from current law students on prosecution work and how to overcome barriers to recruitment. A full biography, additional videos, and materials are available at pceinc.org under events. Thank you.
I will tell you what we're seeing for the last two 1L classes that have come in are when we take a survey of them in their orientation, we are now seeing a shift towards an interest in civil over criminal law. And that's new over the last couple of years. And I think that's definitely what you guys are seeing in application numbers. So that's just something in general that we're seeing. It has nothing to do with prosecution versus defense, just a difference in what the students are more interested in. I did see a drop absolutely in application numbers during our spring recruiting program this year. Our DA's office only got 9 applicants, where our public defender's office got 16. And both those numbers are horribly low in themselves, but 9 for the DA is really, really low. I did see an interesting uptick in, not really uptick, but a higher number in the city attorney applications. In the same period was 14, so kind of in between the two other numbers. And I thought it was really interesting that the city attorney got more than the DA, because that's not usually the case. I would say they're usually more equal, or the DA a little bit more. But the city attorney just changed their office name, and they use the term criminal justice in the title now. And I wonder, I don't know, but I wonder if that had something to do with it, based on some other information you guys have been already talking about today, and the perspective of newer law students coming in. But something to keep in mind, I think the revamped job descriptions is key. I see a lot of prosecutor offices from up and down the state using job listings literally from 10 and 20 years ago. I see some that don't have an online process yet, and they have paper applications still and weird things. And so I think kind of streamlining and getting just the application process in general easy and online is a good idea. But yeah, I'd say, again, maintaining relationships with your career services is a really solid idea. It sounds like everybody on this call kind of does that, but just to encourage colleagues around the country and state, keeping in close touch with folks like me in the office to let us know about upcoming programs, to work on these great things like this VA Academy that we've worked on with our DA's office here in San Diego. I think that's a great idea. But that partnership is key. And we've also, I feel like we've seen a change in our contacts in the DA's office lately, and that's caused a little, I should say, lack in communication sometimes with getting information from our office. So we used to always have one contact for a year or two at a time, and that's changed a lot lately. And I think it may just be a sign of the times and changing workplaces, but as much as we can have a consistent relationship with any recruiter in any office, with lots of back and forth and communication about deadlines and needs and expectations is always going to be really helpful. I will also say, we do have the Innocence Project at Cal Western, and I think our students definitely have the mindset of social justice and criminal justice, and any office, prosecutor's office, that can show that they are progressive and do have these wrongful conviction units and things like that is a huge interest of our students, just kind of anecdotally from what I hear. I also was going to just kind of touch on some of the things I hear our students say, and I am now going to go into this next recruiting program more mindful and try to get more information from our students, as I think this is a hotter and hotter topic. But already I just know there's barriers, which some things I think we can do some things about, and some things it's just the way they are. But GPA requirements can sometimes be a barrier for underrepresented students. The background check can be daunting or scary sometimes. We have some DA offices that we work with that will recruit 1Ls in the spring to work in the summer, but our San Diego office does not do that. So that's sometimes looked at as a deterrent because these 1Ls, the first time they can apply in the spring recruiting, they can't apply for the DA's office for their first job in summer. So that's just one other thing I hear sometimes.
2 minutes left.
Thank you. Like for our public defender's office, for example, if a student's already in the public defender, they don't have to reapply every semester in the DA's office, they do. That could be looked at sometimes as a barrier. And then just in general, I'll have to say that regardless of office or anything, we've had a harder time just getting our message across to students about recruiting deadlines and getting their application materials in. They have so many things going on, so many competing interests and deadlines, and with COVID and moving everything online, it's just been a weird 2 years. So I'm hoping things get back into a more normal state, but we just have had a harder time reaching our students and engaging them in general. Again, I think it's a sign of the times and what you guys are seeing already. I'll probably just kind of wrap up there. But I do want to say, you guys you're not alone. It is not just your offices at all. It is just a weird recruiting time. I get employer emails almost daily now saying, I think you forgot to post our job listing. I haven't seen any applications. And this is for attorney positions and civil law jobs. And I say, no, I'm so sorry. I did put your listing up on our job board, but I can see only 5 people have looked at it and no one's applied yet. And it's just a funky time. It's kind of the way things are. So anything we can do together, I'm there with you guys.